Hello and welcome back to the lumber server, or Daggerwin lumber server with Freddy. Join us on this lovely snowy February morning. I appreciate it has been a while since my last update on the server. My apologies, I've hurt my back and I'm still recovering from that. As you can see, things are afoot, shall we say. Got a nice big cow barn with a robotic feeder. As you can see, it's quite well stocked at the moment. Gone for a second tailor shop. A second spinnery and a tailor shop. Because our sheep have been mass producing and kicking out loads of wool. Grass fields. We've actually extended this field. Cut back all the trees and extended it for more arable work. Because why the heck not? And over here, we've done exactly the same again. Extended it out. It's only recently been done, hence the sizable chunk that's missing a crop at the moment. The next planting, that will all be covered nicely. So, that's the current expansion of arable. Even though it's the lumber server, we are trying to get arable done as well. Trying to get more people interested in joining the server. It's not just all about cutting down trees. Although we do actually have now, I've actually just flown past it, a second sawmill. Snow will catch me up in a minute. Here it comes. Yep, so we've got a second sawmill. Snormill? That's what I should be doing at this hour. Second sawmill, which we're now going to be feeding the boathouse with products. As you can see, we've got another boat currently under construction. Plenty of metal at the moment, fabric, floor tiles. Yeah, we're going to need more fabric, but yeah, doing well. So we've got, for those that want to join in, plenty of trees that need cutting. I've just finished clearing this entire field out. Still got the logs to pick up, as you can probably just about make out through the snow. And stones to pick up, because this is going to become another arable field. You might be saying, well, that's quite a way away from the farm. Why are you doing one up here? The reason is, we now have a biogas plant. So we're going to be doing silage. So we cut all of the trees back from this area. This is recently put together by myself. We've got workshop, we've got jet wash, we've got 2 sheds, nice big silage pit, fuel tanker as well, slurry. So we're not spreading manure or anything from the cows. We're going to be doing digestate solely. And it's going to keep us busy. Onward and upward. Those familiar with the sawmill, we've just finished actually putting more logs in there. And we've changed this sawmill now. This is the last of the pallets to take out of this sawmill. This sawmill is now set to distributing and selling as required. So no humping up and down. I know the eagle-eyed among you will say, well, what about the wood chips? Well, we have a plan, as we always do. Fields number, if I call up the map, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. We're going to deforest this entire area. We're going to put a shed, a bioheating plant in here to process all the wood chips. And we're going to be doing poplar up here. So we've got that there. This is going to be one arable field. also, field 24, from about here downwards, down here, we're going to convert all this to a field as well. That's on the back foot of being done at the moment. We're also going to look at clearing out the last of the trees next to the sheep and putting in a second sheep pen. So there's always plans ahead. Now what order we do these things in is subject to change. Our big one at the moment, field 38, and working on starting to get through these trees. Along with keeping the biogas fed, the sawmills fed, and getting the crops in. 27, 39 and what will be 38 are going to become corn for this year. We've recently bought a corn header as well, so we can do sunflowers. So we're trying to do a bit of variety. We need the straw as well for the cows, so we're doing a mixture of wheat and oats depending on what we require. So we're trying to get the crops in so that we're not just sole focused on just cutting down trees on the server. We want to be doing some arable work as well. And for anybody interested from within the Daggerwin community, or anybody that's just watching my videos, join the Daggerwin Discord, come join us. If you want to do just arable, do just arable. If you want to do just forestry, we've always got work to be done. There's always more work that can be done. So if you want to join us, if you want to focus on just one side or just have a mixture in, like some of us do, come and join us. We will welcome the assistance and the help. The server is up 24/7, and you can usually find at least a couple of people on during the day, during the night, and there's always work to be doing. Our Discord, there's a nice to-do list of jobs for this server, and it's not a, oh, we want you to do this first, this first, this first. It's just a list of jobs. Pick one, off you go. You're like somebody joined in now and went, oh, I'll clear all the trees from 38 because I like loading them. I'd let them get on with it. Wouldn't matter to me if that was what I was doing at that specific point. I'm not bothered. As you can see, our field's nicely fertilised as well. Grass field's fertilised. The wheat that's growing is fully fertilised, and we're working on the remainder. That one was actually me spreading the last of the manure we had before selling the manure spreader, because we're sole focused now on the digestate, and we've only had this running for a month. 122,000 litres. I know we're going to go through a lot of it. Not worried. We're producing a large amount of silage. We've got more manure to put in yet, and more slurry. It's going to be gorgeous. Sawmills. Got our old sawmill running close to capacity at the moment. Our new sawmill, empty. So what we're looking at with the trees, what we don't want to happen, because it causes lots of lag, is both sawmills be full, and then we've got loads and loads of trees cut down. Both sawmills fill, leave the wood cutting for a bit. Let the sawmill process, then we'll get back to the wood cutting. They will go through it, so within a month or two, we will get there. We have dropped the speed on the server to just ×1. The reason for this is we are running the proper seasons. We're finding it's working best for us at the moment for getting the crops in, and at ×1 you've got plenty of time within the 2-month harvest window to get it harvested, so it's not a problem. So you can focus on, everyone can dig in, get the crops harvested, get the fields turned around, and still get productions, trees and everything else done. So zero issue on that. At the moment we're going to leave it there. It is currently subject to being changed and looked at. It is what it is with it. Don't need to worry. We're always looking and seeing how we can improve things. Same as for the equipment for, I'm going the wrong way. Equipment for the arable farming. You may think because this is a lumber server, we will have quite small equipment for doing arable work. No, we've bypassed the small equipment. We've even bypassed some of the medium-sized equipment now. Be a nice little tour. We've got 2 reasonable sized ploughs. I'm looking in the future to go for the 2 big 6-metre ploughs. We've got a forage harvester with header, with a grass cutter header as well, and a popular header. We've got a combine, nice John Deere S7. Thank you, ship. Currently with the corn header, but we do also have the normal header up there as well. At the moment we've only got a small cultivator. That is going to change. We are looking at getting a much, much bigger one, along with a big tractor. Got a nice spreader for doing lime, with the spreading discs, so as wide as we can get it. We've got a fertiliser, for if we're using fertiliser. At the moment we're not, we're focusing on doing digestate. That is our mulcher. I had to think then what that was. I'm sure we haven't got a big cultivator. No, we don't. We do have big direct planter. We do have 1 direct seeder and the big seeder in the game. We have multiple trailers currently out and about in use. We do have the dolly. Hate those things. We got a silo leveler, silo compactor, liquid fertilizer, lime, solid fertilizer, and seed. So we've got plenty of everything we need. Wheel loader for loading up the silage. 2 bunkers here, along with a bunker up at the BGA. Space and capacity to do everything we need. Big roller, because what's the point? We've got big fields, get big kit. When it comes to doing grass work, windrower, tedder, mowers, square baler. We do have a square bale auto load trailer as well. Currently tucked over here. Nice flatbed trailer with forklift for loading our closed pallets. Telehandler for working with the animals. Our square bale trailer. As you can see here, lots of bales, straw, silage, grass and hay. We've got plenty and room for more. Our lovely TMR mixer, straw blower, forage wagons, robot mixers, slurry tankers, manure heap. This one's actually for mineral feed rather than anything else, because mineral feed for going in here. Look at that. Look at those numbers. Nice and big. We're not running short anytime soon. If we do start to run short, we've got loads in reserve ready to go. We're ahead of the game. Another big field here, nice wheat. Fully fertilised, ready to go. Because of the distance, we are looking at fast tracks for getting some implements around. We are looking at speed. We want speed. We want to get around. Productions that we've got. We do have this lovely shingle factory, currently set to selling, because we're not really using it. Barrel makers currently set to selling, because we're not using it. Because we finished the roller coaster. Furniture factory set for selling again. Wood turners set for storing, because it's literally just over the road to sell it all. No point selling it at that closer distance. We've got the flooring factory over here, currently set to storing because we're using it for the boats and selling off the excess, so we're trying to keep it running all the time. Other ones we're looking at, obviously I've already spoke about the bioheating plant. So that's going to be coming in the future. We're also looking at the oil mill, along with the bakery and the... oh, I forgot the name of it. The one that grinds up the wheat and the oat into flour, so that we can use the bakery. I'll think of it in a minute. Or I'll just look it up in the factories. That's probably the better way. Grain mill, that's the one. Looking at the grain mill, so that we can do other things. We can even look at doing cereal factory. We're not ruling anything out on the server. Or I certainly am not. And as I'm responsible for buying a lot of equipment, as you can see from last month, yeah, I kind of spent a little bit. Not afraid to do so, but look at what our incomes have been. Now, before that expenditure, that was before. This is where we're going. That number is only going to go up. The more people we can get on helping move everything around, it's just going to be glorious. And we're trying to keep what needs to be done to a minimum. So only having to do the jobs we actually need to do. Rather than trying to, oh, we'll just do everything because it brings in the most profit. Well, yes it does, but it also absorbs a lot of time. Same as over here. Stumps to clear, stones to pick up, trees to drag around. That's why we've got the forwarder. 2 inches on the back. And so around quite a bit of trees, blade on the front and rear so we can push them around. We have got every single log fork you could think to have for the server. We've got the Volvo with the crane. We've got the wheel loader with the log grab. We've actually got 2 log grabs and multiple wheel loaders. We're not doing it with the skid steer because the size of trees we're doing, the skid steer will never pick it up. We do have a log grab for the telehandler. I think what we don't have is a front loader for one of the tractors because we tend to be doing mulching and that sort of work and stump grinding with the tractors. We do have a stump grinder as well for the telehandler, along with the hydraulic stone pick, smashing up all the stones as I go flying past them. So we're getting rid of all this, and my plan is to soften out this ground a little bit as well, make it easier to work, see how bad it is when I plough it all up, and soften the areas that need to be softened. We're not going to go right down to the train track edge. The simple reason, an AI is working or somebody's trying to harvest at this edge with the train, you're just going to have issues. So what we're going to look to do is stop right about in line with this road, which should give enough room for the AI workers to turn around comfortably and not get sucker punched by the train and sent into oblivion. And we're keeping the dirt tracks as well, because I think they do make the map look quite nice, and they're quite nice to traverse round and use for navigating around the map. Some people like them, some people don't. But I don't see the point in extending the field beyond this point anyway, because that's going to be massive enough. Certainly going to satisfy our needs with 3 fields of corn, doing all 3 in corn silage. Between here and the bottom bunkers, we're going to have silage for months. It's going to be glorious. All that silage processed through the BGA, through the cows, is going to earn us even more money. More money, more spending. So, what are we looking at next? One of the things I do want, I want the class 0 and 12. As well as the John Deere 9RX. Do want both on the farm. Gonna go with class first, because that is what's been requested. I'm going to look for another fast track as well, mainly for the front and rear 3-point linkages with PTOs, and a quick 43 miles an hour top end, 400 horsepower, so ideal for what we need for hauling stuff around. Going to be glorious. What's the difference between exactly the same speed, exactly the same top horsepower, same amount of fuel? The 9RX is slightly heavier, which is a bonus for what we're planning to pull with it. Other things we're looking at. We want the big cultivator. Periodic ploughing is turned on the server. Stones are turned off. I think there's enough work to be doing without having to deal with stones at the same time. So we don't need to worry about stone pickers. Weeds are turned off, so we don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about sprayers, because we're not doing them with weeders. We are looking at a second forage harvester. So we're going to have one at the top for poplar, one at the bottom, and one at the top as well for doing the top corn. So we're not having to load everywhere or drive quite slowly across the big map. We're also looking at this excavator with the log grav for dealing with the big trees. This is going to be now quite high on our purchase list because we bought a lot of other things and we've got a lot of big trees to move within those fields and we need them gone soon. So this is actually moved up in my priority list. So this is where we're going to be going next once we get there, and we will get there. Give it a day or two and this will be on the server. I can pretty much guarantee it. So yeah, we are progressing along. We're also looking, we may be doing some special crops, maybe doing some rice, but if we're going to do rice, we are going to do long grain rice only, because it will be a big field and we're not going to mess around with these small planters and harvesters because that would just take forever. Cotton, possibly. May look at some of the others, but they're going to be in the back distance, on the back burner for now. We've got plenty to be focusing on. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I apologise, it has been a while since I last did a video. I can see our lovely friend down there off sorting out BGA by the look of it, possibly picking up some digestate or dropping off some slurry, one of the two. Slurry's all topped up, so I'm guessing he's done that already. Manure to go in, and we got plenty of that. I think there's about 58,000 litres down here at the moment still to come up, which isn't all going to fit, but that's a good thing. 97,000 litres. Oh, even better. When we start overloading, I'll start panicking. Till then, crack on. Got solar panels on this roof. So we're earning nicely everywhere. Everything we're doing to advance, we're trying to do to earn what we spend to earn more profit for the server. With that more profit, divide it up between what we need and what we don't need. We can just expand everywhere. We can expand the arable, we can expand the wood operation, we can expand it all, more trucks if we need them, if we get enough people on, extra wheel loaders. Because we're one farm, we are doing well on the slot count at the moment. We are not having issues. We've got plenty left to play with. So, if you're interested, I do hope to see you on the server. And until next time, I shall see you again soon.